Hello humans, today I wanted to talk about this guy right here. This is a Zippo Venetian Slim Brass, or Zippo Slim Venetian Brass. Bleh. This one here is kind of unique though, because this one here was actually made in the Niagara Falls plant here in Canada. So obviously, this is going to raise some questions. Everybody knows Zippos are made in Bradford, Pennsylvania. This is Bradford, PA, right? Yeah. Bradford, PA. So most people recognize them as having been made in Bradford. However, in August of 1949, the Zippo Manufacturing Company opened up a plant in Niagara Falls, Canada, and they ran it all the way up until July of 2002. So this was produced at some point in between these times. I am actually going to date this because I mean, if you know Zippos at all, you know how to date Zippos, but I am going to walk everybody through that because it is kind of fun. The Canadian plant produced about 500,000 annual lighters versus the 16.8 million lighters that were produced annually in the Bradford plant. So significantly less. Now, this particular example is actually original with the insert, which is just a coated false brass, being dated the same as the body. The Venetian patterning, which you can see with all of the floral prints. This one here is engraved, unfortunately. But yeah, very, very sweet looking. The inserts for the slim models are slightly different. They have this cutout section in order to fit everything as tight and compactly as possible. These are targeted primarily towards women with smaller pockets, but they do just generally make nice, slimmer Zippos to carry. Now, this one here doesn't have any fuel or a flint in it right now, so we are going to open this up. Other than this little bit of a cutout, and obviously being smaller dimensioned, it is very, very similar to a regular Zippo. Take your spring and follower out. You can feed a flint into it. Some people I know feed more than one flint. This does reduce the life expectancy of your spring a little bit, but if you're somebody who goes through flints very quickly, it could be worth doing. I don't know what you have to be doing to go through flints quickly. I think I've only switched out the flint on my main Zippo 2 times in the past 3 years. Okay, so that's throwing a spark. Now we're gonna get some fuel. There is a fairly decent amount of writing on this. A bit of it has been rubbed away, but it says keep away from children after filling, wipe lighter and hands before igniting. Lighter does not self-extinguish. Close lid to put it out. And then on this side we have, for best results, use Zippo flints and fluids. It's kind of hard. It just reflects so badly. Niagara Falls, Ontario. And then our date stamps yet again. So obviously the inserts are a steel that's kind of coated to look brass, whereas the main body itself is actually made from brass. This is stiff. I don't know if it's ever actually been refilled. So we're just gonna fill it up because why not? Lighter fluid's not brutal. Okay. Side. Oh, come on. There we are. So it operates exactly like a regular... Oh, that's stiffer. Oh no, just flick that in. It operates exactly like a regular Zippo does. It has the very distinctive Zippo click. Huge branding for these guys, obviously enough. Now let's get into our date stamps. So as we can see right here on the bottom, our right side is going to indicate 1995, and you should be seeing a chart right now up. The left side indicates April, so the letter D indicates that this particular lighter was made in April of 1995. Yeah, these are nice little lighters. I do definitely appreciate the machining that went into the Venetian finish on this brass. It is kind of unfortunate that this one here was engraved. The engraving is very nice. You can see the letters are stylized, which is pretty cool, and it was well done. It's just, you know, a little bit unfortunate as a collector to see it with the lettering in place. But it is what it is. I mean, Zippo's been doing this engraving and customizing for a very, very long time. Cynics will say that part of the reason is to kill the secondary market. I mean, when you're producing 16.8 million a year, over 17 million a year when the Canadian plant was open, you know, you do need to have enough of a market to sell to. There's only, what, 350 million people in the US, so even assuming, I don't know, 3/4 of them are over the age of 18, and of those, everyone wants a lighter, you do run out of market eventually, is what I'm saying. And for a company that has been in business as long as Zippo has, eventually that will become a limiting factor. Anyway, these slim lighters are pretty cool. They have the same hinge, the same distinctive click, operate the same way as the Zippos, but they are noticeably smaller. They have the same height dimension, but you can see it's a good deal slimmer, and they are actually slimmer front to back as well. In fact, they can fit, not quite entirely, but they can actually fit inside of a regular Zippo's insert, which is pretty damn cool. This needs more fluid. Yeah, this is a pretty neat guy. Having a Canadian-made Zippo is definitely a highlight of the Zippo part of my lighter collection. I do think they are worth a pickup just for the little bit of interesting history, and yeah, they are just kind of cool little guys. There we are. Venetian brass looks really good. Obviously, if you're collecting Zippos, you should know about the Canadian plant and keep your eye out for one. They are significantly less common than their US counterparts, but that doesn't mean you should pick one up just for the novelty of it, because hey, if this doesn't appeal to you, this doesn't appeal to you, and that is perfectly okay. Stay safe and have fun out there. Peace.